Hello, it's Fiery Grace the Gifted. I'm here with a channeled love letter from your Divine Masculine. I've already blessed and shuffled. Let's find out what it is your Divine Masculine has for us today. Hi. I feel so different. I've been trying to make sense of exactly what I feel. Seems like for months. But the real difference now, I see it. I feel it. I get it. I'm not questioning it. I'm not curious. I just know. I'm not riding the wave or some roller coaster. The real difference now, I know exactly how I feel and why. And the truth is, I feel this good thanks to you. You're just so sweet. And it's not just because you're sweet on me, it's because you deep down just want to be kind and love on people. It's beautiful. And the closer you get to fulfilling your dreams and finding your joy, the more love you have to give, to share, to spread around. You just, somehow you find a way. And you make it look easy. But I watch you and I know that inside you do so much work. You don't just dream, you create. And you let yourself feel your way through it. And you ask yourself how people will be influenced by it. And you make sure that whatever it is that you want, that everyone, everywhere, if they just got a chance to see it or feel it or touch it, would feel good. You want to make the world a better place. What kind of dream is that? But that's you. I'm starting to really see who I am here. And how sometimes the dreams that I've had, they really didn't make sense. The dreams I've had, they were just goals. Because when I achieved them, or even when I didn't, I didn't feel better. I didn't have any good intentions behind them. I just was. They just were. And the more I think about it, the more I realize, no wonder it took me so long to figure out what happiness really felt like. No wonder it took me so long to dream a dream worth dreaming. I mean, no wonder. I'd become skeptical about so many things, and dreams were one of them. I felt like they were foolish. But now I see that's where you get all that hope you've got. You look ahead and then you walk in this beautiful faith that I barely understand, and you hold on to that vision. I want that. I want to look forward to achieving something, not just for the sake of saying that I made the goal that I'd decided, I made it happen. No, I want to get to the end and know that I made it happen for a reason. I know that might not sound like a big deal to some people, but for me, it's a really big change. For me, it's everything. The way I used to think, the way I used to kind of just stroll through life. The only emotions I felt were anger or anger related. And I was constantly on my way to nothing. And now it's just a strange feeling to know that even though my journey hasn't changed that much, and I still want the things that I've wanted in the past, just for different reasons, it's a pretty big deal because it gives me what I need. It excites me, it empowers me, it inspires me to be better and do more. And when there's not just me at stake, it's almost like I've got accountability for these people that at some point are supposed to appreciate this thing that I created. That's a big deal. It makes me feel like there's something only I can do. Only I can create. I'm the only one who has the power to make this thing happen. I've needed that for a long time. I passed the buck because it didn't fit the goals I had that really didn't even fit me. But now I feel it. What I used to feel when I was young, this determination, I really believed, I really did. I really thought I could do anything and be anything. I judged myself for that. I looked at younger me like I was so foolish. I really did not see how much the skepticism was ruining everything I did. I'm still kind of in shock now. This is a bigger shift than I could ever imagine, and I couldn't have done it without you. Had you fallen prey and victim to my misery and anger and frustration with life and that pessimistic unbelief that now I realize was the bane of my existence, if you had fallen for it, I don't know if I ever would have changed my mind. But you inspired me to go deeper and to see the mystery that love is, and that hope is real. That still doesn't really make sense to me, and yet I remember how much happier I was when I really believed that anything was possible. And now I think I owe it to myself to dream again, to hope again, to feel again without assuming that everything's just going to go wrong or that just because I wanted it, it wasn't possible. I don't know how I got there, but I know how I got here. Back to reality, the real reality that anything really is possible if I just do it. Lately, I've been realizing it's not even that if I put my mind to it and put a bunch of effort, it's just if I think it's possible. There's a lot of stuff that I could be doing just doing it. I convinced myself that there was no joy, no bliss, no happiness, and that everything was impossible. And I killed my creativity. I killed the new thinking, the refreshing, exciting flow of opportunity. I killed it. Because anything that remotely influenced my emotions felt like too vulnerable of a thing to dive into, and now I get it. I've missed countless opportunities just being mean. And not just to you or people in my life, but I was pretty mean to me too. I was mad. I don't know exactly when that happened, but I did. I got really upset at life. Who gets upset at life? I know I'm not the only one. I know that the world around me is not exactly the most helpful when it comes to doing good things and believing in oneself and being great. At least not my world. I think that you experience that a lot more in your world. People in your life being kind and encouraging. I don't. I just had to focus on acquiring and achieving. And if I didn't, I wasn't good enough. That was it. That's all I've ever had. And now I see there's so much more to it. I see how important it is to make sure that the people around me, the world that I exist in, it needs to look more like yours. It needs to feel more like yours. And I thank you for showing me just how kind and loving and joyful, just how good the world could be. Especially if I decided that I could make a difference in it. It's not exactly rocket science, but it also, I still feel it, it still feels silly. And I know that that'll probably go away. Maybe not, I don't know. But lately, I find a lot more hope and joy in the idea that maybe I have more power than I think. So I'm going to go with that. I'm going to take this new opportunity that I've found and this new vision that I have with this sudden clarity, and I'm going to see what I can make of it. And I just thought you should know that I have you to thank. And I'm grateful. I'm more grateful than you know. You've done so much. You've put in so much effort and work into your own world, your own circle, your own existence, and you've proven time and again that nothing can keep you down, nothing can stop you, and you've taken a lot on for me too. Even just between us, you've been so raw, and I wasn't always very understanding of that. In fact, I thought that there had to be a reason, something behind it all. But instead of breaking, it was almost like nothing I said or did mattered. You just knew. And you stuck to your guns and you believed, and you showed me, if that can break through this exterior that I've built against everyone and everything, including my own true self, if you could maintain hope and joy just from knowing what's real, in spite of what seems to be right in front of you telling you no, if you could love me and break through and have me thinking thoughts like this and finding more and more out about love, if you could do that, then maybe I can. Maybe I can trust that faith is real and that we all have a purpose, and that if we just follow our heart, that we can go out there and be who we're supposed to be, that we can make the change, and we don't have to go back and fix things. We can just be better and go forward. Somehow, some way, it was your truth, your commitment that opened up something in me that I didn't want to admit was there. Something softer than I'd prefer to admit I am. And yet, as much as I pushed it down and ignored it, it was exactly what I needed to be, who I needed to be. I'm realizing more and more with you that things just aren't going to make sense. Not at first. I'm realizing more and more with me as I shift and change that the things I used to think, they're the things that really don't make sense, but it's going to take time. I get it. But all along, I was out of balance. And for every ounce of disbelief I had, you had 2 more pieces of hope to serve me, and it's you. You found a way to see past all of it and stand in truth and hope and love and faith. And now I know exactly how to get to where I want to go. The place I've been searching for, the life I've been praying for so long that I swore up and down had nothing to do with you, but obviously the moment I met you, I knew who you were. And you activated this love center in me. And no matter how far I tried to run, it was like I always found my way back to you. And so I just need you to know that I love you, because you are everything I've ever needed. You are everything I've ever wanted. You found a way. You touched me to my core, and you changed me. You made me again. I was so afraid to become this person. And then I got here and I realized I have never felt more myself than I do now. And it's all because of you. I get to be me with you. I ran from that and I'm sorry, I was wrong. And I'm just grateful that through it all, you saw the unseen. And you felt things that I wouldn't allow myself to feel. You lived in truth, and now I get to as well. Thank you for that. I'll probably never say it enough, but I love you. I love you not just because you freak me out with how incredible you are, but I love you because you have freaked me out by being so right about me, the real me. And I still can't understand how you knew. You've changed our lives forever with your love. And I have no idea how I'll ever match it. But I just want you to know I'm going to try every day. I love you.